In today's video, we'll help you pick the best way to thrive with your kids' crafting club in this new normal world. So what does 2021 hold for you? Are you planning to sell craft kits? Do you want to teach virtual online classes? Or what about socially distanced in-person classes? Whether you're looking to get started with your kids' crafting club, or perhaps you want to pivot and grow your existing business and you need some extra support, you're in the right place. So let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Stefani.
And I'm Christelle.
And we're the founders of the Creative Crafting Club, the place to be if you want to start and grow your very own kids' crafting club. Today we're going to talk about how to pick the best way to thrive with your kids' crafting club in this new normal world.
This past year we've been pushed outside our comfort zones in ways we never thought possible. The impact of COVID has been devastating to many, and for all around the world, society's stress levels are at an all-time high and kids are feeling the pressures, and many kids are stressed.
We as creatives are in the perfect position to serve, to be present, and to give children and families an opportunity to be creative, to express themselves, to be part of a community, and to escape from the stresses that life presents.
Because now more than ever, people need connection, people need community and the power of creativity. And now is the time to do what you love, to stand up and to serve and to make the change and pursue your dream.
Because despite the challenges that life is presenting us, there are still many opportunities to use your passion for crafting and creativity to make the difference you were born to make. Because crafting creates a safe environment for kids and families to connect with one another in a meaningful way, to explore and to develop and to create. So as we move into this episode, I want you to think of your own desires, your own talents, your own situation currently, and ask yourself this question: how can I best bring creativity to the kids in my community right now? Is it by teaching online? Is it by teaching in-person classes? Or is it with craft kits? There is so much opportunity for creatives like us, as long as you are willing to try and learn.
So if you're looking to get started with your club this year, this training will be useful so that you can decide what appeals to you most, and what would work in your community. Would it be teaching in-person classes, teaching online classes, or selling craft kits? Or maybe it's even a combination of them.
Yeah, that's what we do at our club.
If you already run a craft club, you might find some ideas to add additional revenue streams to your business. In any business, it's important to think about how you can diversify your income. And if 2020 taught us one thing, it is that we should be ready for anything. And it's good to be able to pivot and change your business model.
So before we dive in, I want to talk about something really important. And we tell our members this all the time because it's so important. So with the Kids Crafting Club, and with any business for that matter, the main goal should be to try and build sustainable recurring business. So what I mean by saying that is to build a stream of steady income that comes in on a monthly basis and not just have once-off cash injections of money. So a great way to achieve this is to set up your club so that your customers pay on a monthly or a termly basis. Even better is to have a subscription model, but let's just keep it super simple for now, because simple is best.
With that in mind, let's have a look at the 3 ways that are working well right now to bring arts and crafts to kids. So number 1, craft kits. For those who are not familiar with craft kits, here's how it works. Craft kits are a bundle of craft supplies that you put together for your customer to purchase once off or on a monthly or an ongoing basis for them to get creative at home. It's like getting a Christmas present filled with goodies.
Adding craft kits to your business is a great way to reach more people, to make additional income on top of the classes and workshops or whatever you already run. And they work really well to serve your customers if you have, for example, COVID restrictions in your country.
Craft kits work well in two ways. One, to send out to customers with supplies and DIY instructions to craft at home. So they get the instructions, they open the pamphlet or whether it be an email online, and they do the craft themselves. Option two is where you do online classes and you provide the supplies for the class in your craft kit. So the kids receive it, they have a look at your online video, and then they craft along. If you'd like to sell craft kits, there are 7 important decisions you need to make. Number 1, who is it for? What age group? Number 2, what packaging will you use? We would recommend to keep it simple. Use a paper bag or perhaps a cheap box for packaging. Here's an example of what we do.
The sticker on top. Keep
Logo,
it simple.
sticker, and just a cheap box.
And then once you've got your packaging, you need to decide what you're going to put inside the kits. So you could either keep it very simple and do an art kit with a canvas and some paint and a paper plate and some paint brushes, or you can go to the next level and create a craft box that has lots of intricate little things with where the kids can create multiple crafts. But we would recommend, again, keep it simple. You don't want to spend hours and hours and hours packing your boxes with lots of small things and then completely run out of energy. The next decision is how much are you going to charge for your boxes? Because it's so important if you are going to put all of this energy and love into your kits to make a profit. So if you're a Creative Crafting Club member, don't worry, we've created a simple profit calculator where you can just pop in your numbers and calculate the price that you should be charging. But just remember that you should account for every single cost that goes into your box to make sure that you make a profit from them.
Number 5, how will you get the word out about your kits? Marketing is so important, so put a lot of focus on that.
And then the 6th decision is how often you want to send these kits out. Is it going to be a once-off order every now and then, or will you have it on a subscription basis, on a weekly, monthly, termly?
Bi-monthly.
And then the final decision is how will you physically get your craft kits to your customers? And there are basically 3 ways to do this. The first way would be to have a delivery model where you take the bags and you go do curb drop-offs at your customers, and you do a round and you drop them off. So this obviously works if you are only selling to people in your area. The second way would be for your customers to collect them. So this, obviously based on COVID restrictions, this works quite well if you have a central place where you can go and sit with your kits and then tell your customers that you'll spend 2 hours there. You can have a coffee, do some emails, and your customers can come and collect their kits from you. And then the third option would be shipping. So if you are a bit further along the process and you do service a bigger audience, maybe nationwide, then shipping it through a courier company would be the best way to get them there. So just one tip on shipping is shipping often costs more than what you think. So the tip I want to give you is make up one of your kits completely done. Send the dimensions or the weight, or like on the phone or via email, or if you can go to the post office and ask them how much they will charge you to ship that exact product. Then at least you know that if you ship 10 or 100 or 200 of them, then you know exactly how to account for those shipping costs.
2 very important tips to consider. Don't buy the stock before you get your orders in. Make up one example, market it, get orders in before a specific date, and then get the supplies and assemble your kit and then ship it. Otherwise, you might not sell all of it and you will sit with loads of stock and not make a profit. And then number 2, give people a deadline to order by to create urgency and scarcity. Important. People need a special nudge, and this will also boost your sales.
This will definitely boost your sales.
And then lastly, don't try to be too fancy. As Stefanie said, keep it simple. Simple is always best.
All right, so let's move on to teaching online. Because right now, millions of people are turning to the internet looking for ideas to stimulate themselves and their children creatively. And these people are using platforms such as Facebook on a daily basis. This is a huge opportunity and one that is here to stay. You can do it from anywhere. That's the beauty of it. And if you like anything like us, you do it in your yoga pants.
There's also no limit to the number of kids you can accommodate. So unlike a physical space, capacity is never an issue. And there is thus potential for high volumes and high profit. So another important point is also that you're not limited to your geographical area, and you can reach kids literally all across the world. You also don't need any fancy software or venue rental expenses or equipment to host classes. You can use Facebook, which is free, and you can use your phone that you already have to record, which, these things won't cost you a cent. So other than Facebook, you can also use software like Zoom or Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. We're going to just briefly chat about these options. So option number 1, using a Facebook group. Stefanie, would you mind sharing that?
Yeah, Facebook groups are perfect because the thing is that the people are already there. They know how to use the platform, and it's free. There is no cap in the number of students you can invite. And the other amazing thing is that the video is automatically saved to Facebook once you are done with the class. So people who are slow workers or people who want to catch up, or even if they want to do the craft again, they can just log into Facebook and there it is.
And then my favorite part of using a Facebook group is that everybody can post their photos and their crafts and things that they've created in the group, and everybody can see and comment, and it creates a wonderful sense of community. People know how Facebook works, so it makes it a lot easier for them. The barrier to entry is very low.
We've created a step-by-step guide on how to set up and host an online class using a Facebook group. It's literally step-by-step, so it shows you exactly what to do, and we will put the link below this video so that you can grab that PDF. Okay, let's chat about the platforms such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet for teaching online. Using one of these platforms creates a different experience than a Facebook group because it's a little bit more interactive in the sense that you can actually see the kids on the other side of the screen. You can ask them questions, you can ask them to respond, you can ask them to hold up their work after each step to show you what it looks like so that you can make sure that they're on the right path. This works very well for small groups, and you might have to pay for a monthly fee to get access to the software, whereas Facebook is free, as you know. So if a child can't attend a class, or if they're a little bit behind, then you will have to physically download the video and upload it, whereas with Facebook groups it is automatically uploaded.
So an important point would be, if you are looking to host a very big class, a Facebook group might probably be the best way to go. So I want to give a few general tips on online classes. Number 1, practice makes perfect. Do a few practice rounds with your family or a small group of friends before you open it up to your customers. Practice, practice, practice. And then 2, remember to pick craft lessons that are a bit easier than you would have picked for an in-person class, as you're not there to assist or to give advice or to brainstorm with the kids. Number 3, also it helps to use a lot of recycled items and simple things that people will have at home to make it easy for everyone to gather their supplies and then to join in on the online class. Number 4, try to shift your mindset from I hate seeing myself on video to it's not about me, it's about them. Try to focus on the massive value you're offering your students and how much they need you right now. It's not about yourself. So going live on video the first time is pretty scary. Trust me, we know. But we are living in a weird world at the moment, and the truth is no one is expecting perfect right now.
Yes.
Point in case. Don't be scared to make mistakes and figure it out as you go along. So Stefanie and I didn't get it right from the start. To be exact, our first video we hosted, we weren't aware that the camera on the phone had rotated, and the entire class was hosted at 90 degrees. Literally. This still makes me smile. Our customers had to tilt their heads sideways to see the steps in the craft. And you know what? It was okay.
It was fine.
They had a blast. And like with everything in life, practice makes perfect. And more importantly, actually, practice builds confidence.
Yes, absolutely. As soon as you see the excitement and smiles on those kiddos' faces when they create something beautiful and unique from their recycled items and things that they've gathered at home, it will bring so much warmth to your heart. You'll forget about your stage fright completely. If you're looking to teach online, we have an episode on 5 simple ways to improve your online class videos that I think you'll love, and we'll also link to that below this video. We're giving it to you all on a silver platter today. You're welcome. All right, then lastly, in-person classes. So we love teaching in person, but we know it's not possible for everyone right now. So some countries and states have COVID lockdowns in place and restrictions that is just not making it possible. So if it is possible for you to teach in-person classes or workshops at the moment, from home, as an extramural at schools, from a public venue such as a church, a community center, a restaurant, whatever you please, we've covered in-person classes extensively on our blog, and we'll link to 2 of our most popular episodes for you to watch below. The first one is the 4 simple steps to start a mobile craft club. This is good stuff. So if you don't have a studio, it's no problem. Watch that blog episode and you'll get a lot of insights right there. And the second blog that we'll link to is how to teach socially distanced classes during COVID-19. In that blog, Christelle also takes you through a studio tour to show you exactly what our setup looks like right here in our studio.
So to wrap up, the world has changed forever and has opened up so many new opportunities for creatives like us. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Are you going to be teaching in-person classes, online, or are you going to be selling craft kits? Tell us in the comments, what are you planning for 2021? Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.